Well, good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's up, Manic? What's up, Arcane? What's up, Eva? What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm nice and cozy tonight. Nice and fat and happy. Had taco night. It was delicious. Had a long day of work. It was less delicious. My kids were here most of the day. They're off school today and tomorrow, so they're enjoying their time. What's up, Naren? Good to see. What are Tim Tams a vastly superior cookie to Oreos? Not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that statement. It is quite true, in fact. I've had the irony of Oddish being next to anything saying new. That's where I put myself here. It's the new Oddish, new and improved, chat. Not the same old dumpy Oddish you've been watching for 5.5 years. A Commonwealth chocolate-covered cookie. What's up, Newhauser? Tim Tams are super good. Yeah, they're basically like chocolate-covered chocolate wafer, but like really good chocolate. Looks like the same Oddish. That's what's special about it. All the newness is inside. You have to look within. Bring back the dumpier we riot. What's up, Negative? Well, at least somebody appreciates me for me. I've never had a Jaffa cake. I've eaten a lot of Tim Tams. There's a neat thing you can do with Tim Tams that a friend of mine taught me. Because they're chocolate-coated wafer cookie, right? So the chocolate outer coating is really solid, but if you bite off two opposing corners of it and you stick one of those bitten off corners in milk and you suck on the other side, it's like a straw that turns the milk into chocolate milk. It's really good. Like, shockingly good. And then you've got like a nice, like, moist chocolatey cookie to eat afterwards. The Jaffa cakes have orange jam. That does sound good. Say milk. 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 Do a new Oddish rubbing his chest sensually. What would it take? What would it take for Twitch to yeet me off of here? How sensual? How sensual does it have to be, chat? I always wonder when I do stuff like that. Does anyone from the waking world, does anyone who knows me in real life ever watch this channel? And if they do, like, what the hell are they thinking right now? New Nintendo Counselor's Corner for cookies because it's very complicated. There are a lot of hacks and tricks to cookies. There's a lot going on with cookies. There was all kinds of weird things I used to do with Oreos. I used to be able to. I used to not be able to. I mean, it's basic shit. I used to take all of the cream off the Oreos and just eat that straight. I would also eat the chocolate wafer bits. Don't worry about that, but cookie culture across the globe is a big deal. Cookies are a cornerstone of their culture. It is true. I think that's why Cookie Clicker really was able to tap into something primal, something close to our core nature. No wonder it saw such acclaim. Speaking of culture, chat, I am still chugging away on Stellaris. I'm halfway through the 24th century, and man, things are mostly going great. I actually encountered something that I've never seen before. My empire is in the middle of a crisis, not like the crisis, but an unfathomably huge energy being has latched on to our empire's energy grid and is draining it. And I had to decide how to handle it. You can choose to starve it, you can choose to feed it, or you can choose to overfeed it. And since I'm playing the nice guy humans, I chose to feed it, which basically means I need to survive 20 years with this thing devouring like a third of my economy, which is not easy. Like, we are running a massive energy deficit right now. And I don't have to worry about it yet because I also have massive energy stockpiles, but at some point it's going to become a problem. That's really interesting. If you zoom in on your capital system, there's this like, it's called the kaleidoscope, and it's this really like this like system-wide geometric pattern. It's really, really cool looking. Feeding completely unknown energy being a good guy thing to do? Yes, because it responds, it responds positively or negatively to what you do with it. So if you feed it, it responds with like these like pleasing light patterns and like comforting auras and stuff. So I'm actually getting other bonuses to my empire while it destroys my economy. I don't know what it does if you try to overfeed it, but you basically have to shove like 2/3 of your galactic energy grid down its gullet, and I would be real afraid of doing that and then pissing it off or making it explode or something. And then I was warned that if you starve it, it gets angry. And I don't want to make it angry. One of the coolest mythos creatures in your opinion is just essentially, yes, the color out of space. No, that's a great concept. That is a really, really cool concept. There is something that sort of approximates that in Stellaris. It's a much more minor encounter than the kaleidoscope is, but... Was there an eldritch god that hates your guts? Eldritch gods in Stellaris are not subtle. I didn't talk about this, but in my game... Do y'all remember when we were playing the Penis Aliens and we came across a system that was completely destroyed, and where there should have been a star, there was this dimensional rift and like this solar system sized creature like trying to reach its way out of that? Do you remember that? When I was playing the evil humans, I actually triggered that event. I actually figured out how you make that happen. So it's not something you just randomly come across in the cosmos. In our Penis Aliens game, one of the AI empires made a really bad decision. Like, immensely bad. Clear first place winner in a 6-way tie for second. Doesn't seem like run of is needed. Useful community night for March would be just shapes and beats. Okay, cool. So we're doing that on, that's the 22nd, right? Which I believe is a week from tomorrow? Question mark? Yeah, okay. So a week from tomorrow is gonna be shapes and beats. Cool. Just shapes and beats. Can do, chat. And Manic, thank you for organizing that. Have you heard about the end of the cycle or something in Stellaris? That sounds crazy. I haven't, no. I have, since I've played this game longer than I've played most Stellaris games, I have seen some stuff I've never seen before. And it's been very, very cool. There's a really, I've done a bunch of archaeological sites that I've never seen before, and they are very, very cool. Like there's one where it's, you uncover a series of basically space shanties, and as your anthropologists start like picking apart what they mean, you realize it has like a deeper meaning for existence, and you end up with a empire-wide bonus to happiness because it gives your entire species a new outlook on life. There's some of the other ones. Oh God, I'm in the middle of one right now. There are these like space whales called Tiankis, and they have a home system. And there's a planet in their home system that's covered in Tiankis. Like you can't explore it because it's just completely like covered in these things. So you can initiate a special project to move them out of the way. or to relocate some of them so you can explore the planet. And you uncover an archaeological site by doing that. Once you start investigating, you discover you only moved the live Tiankis out of the way. The planet itself is not a planet at all, but it's a mass of like billions upon billions of Tianki corpses. And I haven't gotten to the resolution of that one, but every step of it is like creepier and more ominous than the next. But yeah, I'm having a great time. It's really, really fun. There's a lot of cool shit in Stellaris these days. Yeah, it's like a mammoth graveyard. We found, I spent like decades putting together an ancient underground factory on one of my colonies, and we finally just got it working. I opened up a dimensional rift inside a planet in one. I contacted I currently have trade routes with the mirror universe version of my empire. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on. So, and I will continue to report back, but hopefully we survive the kaleidoscope. That's really the only thing that can threaten me right now. Everything else is going great. Oh, dimensional rifts never let you down before. I didn't go psionic this time. Like, you'll remember with the penis aliens, we made them psionic. We pierced the veil. We met some like eldritch being and became its thralls. This time I just went with genetics. I was like, let's just do genetics. But genetics is a very complicated, like, psionics is like if you just want something, if you want to take your species in absolutely bonkers direction. Genetics is like if you want to fine tune them. And I've done a lot of gene jacking. Because we also have a lot, okay. I just realized I didn't tell you this. I took the fuck perk. When you finish a tradition tree, you get an ascension perk, which is like just like a huge bonus to some aspect of your empire. It can be like a huge amount of naval capacity. It can be a big bonus to diplomacy, growth bonuses. What's up, Bob? Good to see you. There's a perk. There's a perk in Stellaris that lets the population of your empire crossbreed with other sentient species. And I took that one. And I've seriously, like, if I mouse over my population list, there's something like 30 or 40 different species in my empire now. Because everybody is all, yeah. Why did you? Because it's cool. Because it's really cool. I mean, it's sexual equality is basically the ultimate equality, isn't it? But also, we're getting specialized pops now that can inhabit basically any world. And then I can go in and I can gene engineer them to have additional traits that specialize them for living on those planets. So yeah, I've got species that thrive on like tomb worlds and toxic worlds, arid worlds and Arctic worlds. It's really, really cool. So yeah, it's given it, I'm glad I went genetics with that perk because it gives me a lot more to toy with. Like genetics, gene engineering, 30 different subspecies is boring as hell. Yeah, I'm not like, I don't want to get super granular with it. Like I can tell, like you can gene engineer specific pops on specific planets for specific jobs. I'm not doing that. But like when I unlock some extra like engineering points or make a new advancement, in gene engineering. I'll go back to my major species. Like I've got like humans, which we're like fourth or fifth generation in terms of gene engineering now. I've got these I've got these like lithoids, these rock creatures are the next biggest demographic, and then I've got two other humanoid species that are widespread. I mainly just do gene engineering on them. But yeah, they're all like I made them super strong and super smart. I've turned them into super humanoids, basically. What's up, Chaos? Good to see you. Why did you choose nothing more human than trying to fuck everything we get our hands on? It's true. Someone fucked a rock. Yes. No, we have human everything hybrids. We have human lithoid hybrids. We have human like bird people hybrids. We have human fish people hybrids. We got it all. We got it all. That's a rock tumbler. So yeah, it's been really fun. It's been really fun. Anyway, do I need to, oh, we are talking about Stellaris. Yeah, Chaos. Stellaris is my jam right now. I'm trying to actually finish a game of Stellaris. I've taken the United Nations of Earth, and I'm in the middle of the 24th century now, and everything's going great, except I have some cosmic energy being like draining a huge chunk of my economy, but it's fine. We'll get past it. But yeah, it's great. My empire does gene engineering and xeno crossbreeding, and everybody's all happy and mixed up, and it's great. Super, super great. This is actually the smoothest running empire I've ever done. I have no issues with crime, stability, unemployment. Everything's running perfectly. I've been trying. It's hard. It's really hard, but I've been trying to get out ahead of my consumer goods flow so that I can do like essentially guaranteed basic income. But it is real, the way it is in Stellaris is really hard to get there. Because I would basically have to double my my consumer goods output, and I'm not there yet. Gene engineering is fun. I was like going full synthetic. Yeah, I want to like. So I've done psionics, and I've done psionics, and now I'm doing genetics. I still need to do synthetics and cybernetics, but we'll see how that goes. And she just swiped left. UBI Osh for president 2024. I'm trying my best to give the galaxy. I'm also trying to keep the galaxy as peace as much as I can. I formed a federation with a few other empires in my neighborhood. We couldn't form one with my best friends because my best friends are a Gestalt intelligence and they just don't get along. They're not into it. And like the first thing that my big partner empire in the Federation wants to do is go to war with the Gestalt intelligence people. So I keep voting them down from that. So hopefully we can just maintain the peace until the crisis hits. Good luck with that. The galaxy always seems to want to murder each other. Yeah. So our empire is like nice and solid and great, but because I have the what is it? Overlord? I think it's because I have the Overlord expansion. The other empires of the galaxy keep going to war to vassalize and then getting like halfway and carving up the other empires. So like the western side of the galaxy is all like neat, clean lines and empires and stuff, and the eastern side of the galaxy that I don't have much influence on looks like fucking like Germany before the Holy Roman Empire. Like, it is a giant mess over there. And then every once in a while, one of those little like patchwork postage stamp empires will contact me and be like, we're too weak and pathetic, will you be our overlord? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I have like little teeny vassals all over the galaxy right now that I guess I'm looking out for, I guess. Once they go under me as a vassal, nobody fucks with them anymore, so I guess I'm helping. But yeah, I love Stellaris, chat. I'm real into Stellaris right now. I toyed with the idea of playing streaming Stellaris again, but I felt like I didn't have time before my trip at the end of this month, because any Stellaris playthrough is gonna be long. Not chat more. This game is something I never heard of. You're making out to be a grand epic. Oh, Bob, it's like a Space Empires game. It's like Sword of the Stars or Master of Orion or Space Empires or stuff. It's great, and it's the one I've been able to get into the most, but I've still never finished a single game of it because it's so long. Europa Spacer Versalis, yeah. Crusader Kings of System more laser battles. They're working on another expansion right now. They still haven't given up. They're still going strong. The next expansion is gonna be more stuff about synthetics and cybernetics, actually. They're gonna let you go deeper in those directions. Finishing games Stellaris is tough sometimes and time consuming. I am determined to finish this game. Like win or not, I am going to finish this one. I am tired of starting and never finishing them, so. Paradoxing or flog the horse till no more blood can be drained. Well, they have that subscription service now. Instead of buying the DLC, you can just subscribe for it's like $10 a month and you get all of the DLC. Which is honestly pretty cool. Like, if you just want to jump back into Stellaris for a month or something, instead of buying up all the DLC you missed, you can just spend $10. And if you get really into it and enjoy it a lot, you can keep spending $10. And then before you know it, you spend all your $10. So, but I digress. Let's get back to it, chat. Let's get back to the Power Hours and Nintendo Power and NES games, because otherwise this will never end. I mean, I'm not in any real rush to finish this necessarily, because we got tonight and 4 more Power Hours before my vacation, and then bring in another horse. We only have horses here. Our horses are meant to be flogged. That's what they're here for. Fortunately, no. Fortunately, no. There is none of that in Stellaris, thankfully. All of the anomalies and crises in Stellaris are very tasteful, and I appreciate that. But yeah, we've been on this page for a couple nights, and it's not hard to see why. Under the classic NES titles, we've got most, certainly not all, but most of the big releases for the NES, and we have worked through a bunch of them, or I say work through. We've looked at a bunch of them. So, on the docket for tonight. Okay, so I'm keeping track of the games from this page that we already played, and that includes Mega Man 6, Ninja Gaiden 2, Tetris, Zelda 2, Final Fantasy, Super C, TMNT Tournament Fighters, Top Gun, Indiana Jones: Last Crusade, Kirby's Adventure, The Flintstones, Crystalis, Nobunaga's Ambition, Bases Loaded 4, and Dragon Quest 3. So I'm not going to be replaying any of those. I know there was a request for Top Gun earlier. I'm going to refund that one. Sorry. You can always catch the VOD. I still have 7 requests currently to go through. Maniac Mansion, Dragon Quest 2, Ninja Gaiden 1, Chess Master, OG TMNT, Blades of Steel, Super Mario Bros. 3, and now Tecmo NBA Basketball. Pull off a half-court shot. So we'll see how many of these we get to tonight. I predict getting stuck on either Dragon Warrior 2 or Ninja Gaiden 1. Dragon Warrior 2 because I actually like that game. And Ninja Gaiden 1 because I actually know how to play that game, at least until the last area. So I don't think we're finishing this page tonight, especially the way y'all keep acting up. But we can put a dent in it. As far as schedule stuff goes, yay, playing the best Ninja Gaiden 3. Oh, God. Well, on the bright side, I'll play the US version of Ninja Gaiden 3, which will give us a hard stopping point. Because that game is just stupidly difficult. Alright. Power Hours tonight, Power Hours Saturday. Tomorrow night, we are going to be doing a Master System Odyssey. So if you're in the mood for retro goodness, but not of the Nintendo variety, tomorrow night it'll be the Sega variety. So, hey, Solstice music. It's very distinct, isn't it? That blah, 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 right at the beginning always gets me. No stream on Sunday, of course. And then Monday, as decided last night, we're going to be continuing The Witness. For those of you that couldn't join us or didn't stay up for the entire evening, I love The Witness. I am having a great time finding circles and drawing lines. So we're going to endeavor to get all the way through that game. The Witless plays The Witness. I should make that the stream title on Monday. I like that. Start again, Pokemon Yellow, and I'm naming my Pokemon after chat. 2-hit is your Caterpie. I'm your Oddish, right? I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense, right? 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 You don't have one. This is some bullshit. Call me when there's a Pokemon where you can choose an Oddish as your starter Pokemon. Till then, IDGAF. Now you got my gosh, the Bellsprout. Heard something about the Japanese Echo the Dolphin localization is funny. Apparently Japanese staff were freaked out by the American box art. Echo has a threatening macho aura that seemed to say, I eat meat. Threatening American Echo. Couldn't have made him more threatening unless he put a gun in his flipper. Ah, Lucasfilm games. Those were the days. Those were the days. 20 years ago today. Anomaly found. What's a caterpillar Pokemon? What's important about it is you'll eventually evolve into a Butterfree, which is a butterfly Pokemon that has some amazingly good moves. Maniac Mention. Alright. Please choose 2 other kids. Who should I pick, chat? Who do you want me to pick? Butterfree, but I'm already free, at least according to the kids in Street Fighter. Blondie Shades guy, Sid. Aspiring musician who hopes to start his own band. Girl, there's 2. Redhead rocker or short hair lady. Swept bangs brunette. I think you mean her. Razor. Leader of the band, Razor and the Scumettes. Bob, buddy, thank you so much for the bits. Much appreciated. That moon is huge. I feel like I mention this every time we play this, but the moon is huge. Oh, you meant the shorter hair girl? It's okay. It's okay. I basically have 2 missions here. I want to do 2 things. Dr. Fred is kind of cute. The main thing I want to do is I want to see how fast I can get one of these kids killed. Oh, I appreciate that, Bob. Very kind of you. Maniac Mansion is being submitted to NOA. The engine it uses is called Nescum, NES script creation utility for Maniac Mansion. Nintendo sent back because they thought they were calling the NES. Let's see. Let's be Sid. All right, let's see. We need to, I think we need to open the doormat. I think we need to pull the doormat. There it is. And then we need to get key. And then we need to use key in front door. And then we're in. All right, we're in, chat. We're in. Let's open this door. I forget which one goes where. Ah, the kitchen. Perfect. At what point the mansion turned into a maniac? I mean, there's a chainsaw in here. Yeah, chainsaw. I got chainsaw. I don't think the chainsaw actually does anything, if I remember correctly. Oh, that was easy. Nurse Edna was already in the kitchen. Just you wait till I talk to your mother. Famicom port of this that's totally different. Have we checked that out? We can actually, we can check that out after this, actually. I've never actually played this game before. It looks so strange. It's a point-and-click adventure. It's a LucasArts point-and-click adventure on the NES. So yeah, it's gonna look kind of strange. Hopefully that means Nurse Edna's gone. Otherwise, it's gonna be a real short trip. Okay, good. Namco did a Famicom port of it. All right, yeah, let's check that out in a minute. We need can of Pepsi. I have the can of Pepsi. I love that each kid has their own theme music. All right, steel security door is open. Go Razor, go. It's the tentacle. Give can of Pepsi to green tentacle. 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Thanks, kid. I did feed you. Aw, boo. What else does he want? I don't even remember what else he wants. All right, here's the arcade. Do y'all remember what you're supposed to... Oh, I remember what you're supposed to feed him. Hang on. It just clicked. I think it's down in the... Wait, is it in the dining room? It's either in the dining room or the library. This is a really fun game. A couple of years ago, I guess, at this point, we did a full playthrough of this. And it was really fun. It's got some, you know, weird parts in it. Is it not here? Like some of the puzzles are kind of weird. One of the neat things about it is, oh, Tentacle Chow. Not what I was thinking, but we can get that. One of the neat things about it is your win conditions differ depending on which kids you take. Because each of the kids is specialized in something different. So for example, with Sid and Razor, they are musically inclined. There are a couple things in this game that you need to do that only musicians can do. The other girl is a photographer, if I remember correctly. So there's a thing you can do with her that has to do with photography. One of the kids is really good at tech, so he can repair a device that other kids can't. Okay, oh shit. Whose room is what? Oh shit! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. This Edna's room. Oh god, shit, fuck. It doesn't matter. She got me. And one of the kids is a giant load, and that's Dave. You're safe here until the police come, dearie. I forget, you get a game over screen if all three of the kids get got, right? I forget what that looks like. Let's find out. All right, Dave. I was trying to get into Ed's room to steal his hamster for you know what. But I accidentally went into Edna's room first. You'd think if they have a steel security door at the top of the stairs, they would lock it once in a while. But I guess not. What's up, Ms. Roy? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Oh, cutscene. So this is weird Dr. Ed? Why lock it? The door's already uninviting. So yeah, he's gonna suck Cindy's brains out.
You'll never get away with this. Dave and his friends will rescue me.
Dr. Fred. Idiot. That's what she thinks. Fourth wall breakage, chat.
Help, help, help.
I think Dave's her boyfriend, if I remember correctly. Okay, so this room. We wanna go in this room. Oh, well shit, okay. What are you doing in my house? Are you an agent of the evil meteor? I just realized he's got an X-Wing model, that's awesome. Are you here to help me defeat him? Not talking, huh? To the dungeon, spy. It's the only thing Dave has going for him. Too bad you weren't on my side. I guess you can still get out of here? Oh look, it's the secret lab. Where's the brick? Oh, there it is, loose brick. Okay, so I think if you have one kid push the loose brick. Yeah, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's timed so that the kid that pushes the brick can't get out. But it gives another kid enough time to get out. Except it's dark down here and you can't see where the fuck you're going. So. Brick that one kid cold, yeah. This sums up your experience with Maniac Mansion. It was fun beating the game. It was really neat beating it. I was glad that we did. Anyway, let's check out the Japanese version real quick, if I have it. Yeah, there it is. Which is apparently very different from the American version. From Jaleco. Day of the Tentacles light years better. Never played it. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's go. We'll take Sid and we'll take Razor again. And we'll start. Can we skip this? We can skip this, okay. Interesting. They totally redid the graphics, huh? I wonder why. Oh, crap. Maybe they're still kind of in the same vicinity. This port predates the US one. It did say 88. I'm not sure how to... Why does it look like Sweet Home? Maybe that was intentional. There's no music, so that's a plus. Well, I don't think I can even get the front door open because I can't figure out how to get the doormat open. Like, oh, that was okay. Hang on. I actually made progress. I made the key appear. Use Google Translate and hopefully translate the commands as open it, shut up, and take my phone. Google Translate's doing the best it can. Oh man, pick up the goddamn key. Does anybody know which one of these is get? Oh, I got it. Okay, key. And then, can I just use the key straight on the door, please? Okay. Japanese is the language of context, the context here being not a sentence. Now I need use... I need use key. Won't be Nakama. It does say Nakama, doesn't it? Oh. No. That looked like progress. Get your wife. I really should, yeah. I feel like that was it. I feel like it was this one. Hey, chat bullied me to play Japanese point click. Help. Now embarrassing to have one of his children just off camera. Akeru is open. Yeah, but it's locked. I need to unlock it. I need to use the key on the door, and then I can open it. Which I don't seem to have done. What's up, satellite? Late but here, as long as this thunderstorm doesn't heck with the power. Oh. Stay safe, buddy. Sukao. Sukao. That did it! And here we are. I mean, the thing about it is... it's really ugly. Not nasty when earlier was a big blip long enough to reset the PC. Oh shit, no. Okay, I was like, getting lost in a dark room is a real bad. Nude statues here, they didn't censor them. Alright, we found the arcade room. Oh my god, did they think this was music? The green tentacle actually looks a lot more like a tentacle. I'll give them some credit for that. Ah, cutscene. Wow, is that Cindy? I didn't recognize her. She looks so wholesome. She got a little Cindy, more like Chindy. And big time arguing with my mom right now. I need your help. Is 2.8 pounds, 2 pounds and 8 ounces, or 2 pounds and a half? 2.8 pounds should be like 2 pounds and then 80% of another pound. Yeah, neither of those options, unfortunately. Oh god, his nurse said, no, I'm gonna die. Yeah, decimals are tenths, but 16 ounces to a pound. And it's dark AF in here. Okay, chat. I've seen enough of Japanese Maniac Mansion. It is certainly a different beast. Very much so. Yeah, Imperial is weird garbage. It sucks. It sucks, we all hate it, but we're all stuck with it, because life is hard. What's up, Traydon? I just finished streaming for the night. Nice, nice. How was it? I hope you had a good time. And bringing someone who literally stops streaming the same. It is inevitable. It always ends up happening. I always really like this dragon on here. Like the QWERTY keyboard, it's inefficient, has no practical purpose in our modern world, but will never go away. I think there is a certain logic to the QWERTY keyboard. Like, supposedly it's laid out to give easy access to the most used letters. Gonwa. Oh. Oh, hey, this guy from Deadly Towers. What's our name? QWERTY keyboard is made to slow down typing so does not break old typewriters. Really? Forever and always Bubsy, huh? It's just gonna be normal this time. Okay, prepare yourselves for a long-ass prologue. Many years ago, a young warrior who was of the line of the great Erdrick came to Alefgard and defeated the dreaded Dragon Lord, restoring peace to the land. For many generations, the descendants of that warrior ruled Alefgard and the surrounding lands, including the kingdom of Moonbrook, across the eastern sea from Alefgard. But in fact, this is supposed to have manga images during the prologue, but that did get cut for space. There, one day, the king and his daughter were talking in a courtyard of the castle when the long years of peace suddenly came to an end. Oh no, everything turned a really shitty shade of green. What in the world is happening? Cried the king. Majesty, said the king's guard. The castle is besieged by the forces of Hargon, the wizard. Hargon is here, asked the king. Alas, sire, it is so. Then is ride forth and do battle, for these castle walls shall not stand long against the evil magic of Hargon something or other. Ack! Hargon shall not rule unopposed. And I like how they simulate the turn-based battle even when you're not actually in a turn-based battle. Then the king spoke to the princess. Thy life is in danger, my daughter. Hide thyself now, and whatever happens to me, thou must be strong. But father, cried the princess. Hurry, commanded the king. I must go to warn my cousin, the king of Middenhall. Father, screamed the princess. They are here. Oh, such a brave beauty, the monster mocked her. The king was enraged. Touch her and thou shalt not survive this day, he challenged the fiend. So, hissed the monster, thou must be the lord of this miserable sandcastle. But I think not for long. Blorp. Splat. Then the princess gasped in horror. No, father, no! But alas, the random spawns were too much for them. Father talks shit and couldn't back up. She used the holy water. I must reach the king of Middenhall and tell him of our defeat. Go, buddy, go, buddy, go. Well, rip to that castle. King should never die to trash mobs. Dragon Quest 2 got rushed way the fuck out. The point there was literally no time to balancing. Yuji Horii ended up apologizing in an interview. I get it. This game is hard. Like, knowing what I know about the Dragon Quest games, this one is a bit outside the curve in terms of difficulty. My wife still beat it, though. Thy wound looks serious. What has happened to thee? Never mind me, I must see the king. I have evil tidings that cannot wait. And they dance their way in synchronicity up to the king. The king always looked like angry to me, like he had a really like pinched face, like he was smelling a fart the whole time. Hear me, O king. The army of Hargon the sorcerers sacked Moonbrook Castle from whence I came. The evil of his magic is great, and I fear he will soon rule all the world. King's nose is too close to his eyes, definitely. Rounder than he is tall. Bubsy, my heir, thou hast heard the tale of this man. I am old, and this task must fall to younger hands. Thy destiny lies on that difficult road, just as it did for Erdrick the Great, for thou art of the line of Erdrick, and his doom is thine. Thanks, Dad. Come with me now if thou art ready. All right, it's Bubsin time. It immediately passes the buck. Immediately. God damn it. It is difficult to see thee go, Bubsy. By land and sea and air will thy path lead, and in places I cannot see. Motherfucker thinks he's a prophet. Ugh. Open the treasure chest and prepare for thy journey. Now listen closely, Bubsy. Seek out worthy companions along thy road. In Cannock and Moonbrook, there are those who are also of Erdrick's line. Moonbrook's a crater, Dad. Were you listening? It will surely help thee to defeat Hargon's dark plot. Suggest we name other Prime members Bubsy and Bussy if you're allowed to. You are not allowed to name in this version now. Interestingly, I believe they have randomized names. I believe that the Prince of Cannock and the Princess of Moonbrook have a small pool of names that they'll be randomly selected from. I'm hoping tonight that I can actually get the Prince of Cannock. I wanted to at least go that far. For it being Prince Jern. Bubsy searched all about. Seeing a treasure chest, Bubsy opened it. And there Bubsy discovered the copper sword and earned 50 pieces of gold. I think earned is maybe not exactly how that went. Found. Scrounged, perhaps. Remember to equip thyself with weapons and armor when thou obtains such items. Go now, my heir, our fate is now in thy hands. I'm gonna sit here on my royal ass and do fuck all. Although it makes me sad, thou must go forth and seek thy destiny. Doors! I can't talk to doors, and I can't open them either. So unlike Dragon Quest 1, which had expendable keys, this one I believe has 3 specific keys: silver key, gold key, and jail key. And once you find a key, much like a Metroidvania, parts of the world open up to you. For how long it took us to get a sword in 1, this one gives you one from the start with the intention of good luck. You're gonna fucking need this. If thy path leads west of this castle, thou shalt reach the town of Leftwyn. Is this Middenhall? Yeah, I know where I live, dipshit. It's my castle. I'm the prince. In Cannock, there's a young prince, and Moonbrook had a princess. Past tense. Grappling hook key, double jump key, and speed booster key. One who sets foot upon the travel door is transported to a distant place. Neat. Welcome to fucking nowhere. This is, you find out later, this is the absolute most southeastern point on the world map. You can't do anything here. Here, look at this random island town. No, you can't get there, lol. Okay, now these guys, the priest guys, I gotta be honest with you. I thought they had super long, like, duck bills for some reason. Like, I read that their white, like, chain or collar or whatever as, like, the bottom of their face. And, like, the purple line above that as, like, their super low mouth. I don't know why. I was a really stupid kid. Like, I can parse it perfectly fine now. The guy has, like, a giant Santa beard or whatever. But I saw weird things in characters when I was a kid, okay? Like, straight up. Doggo! Woof, woof. All right, and away we go. One slime appeared. Slime attacked. Bubsy's HP is reduced by 1. Bubsy annihilated the slime. Of experience points, thou hast gained 1 and earned 2 pieces of gold. Had a mighty need for 8-bit RPGs the past few years. I still haven't played one. Yeah, if you want to go the Dragon Quest route, Dragon Quest 3. Dragon Quest 1 is very, it's very simple. It's very simple and very straightforward. If you just want that, like, one character, straightforward leveling, straightforward questing, that's it. So you get an NES before you can play any of them. Don't start with Dragon Quest 2. I started with Dragon Quest 2. Don't start with Dragon Quest 2. Okay, this may go poorly. Dragon Quest is basically an early adventure game with JRPG. I wouldn't say that. I mean, it is a JRPG. It is the progenitor of the JRPG genre. It's just compared to everything that came after it, it's very pared down. You do not have a party. You do not have interesting, like, gear choices. You don't have interesting spell choices. But the core of it is quintessentially JRPG, because every other JRPG in existence was born from it. It is the Adam of JRPGs. Oh god, I fucking hate this. So in this one, when one of your characters' HP gets low, it turns the interface yellow, but not just yellow. Not just the interface. It turns everything in the world that is normally white, yellow. You see how the coastline is yellow now? Maybe not. You see how the travel door and the bridge are yellow now? Guess what happens when one of your party members dies? Interface turns red, whole world turns blood red. Actually not obvious enough. Maybe it doesn't come through on the stream. But I find it just infuriating. It drives me crazy. Do 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 do. I'm impressed at just how well Toriyama's designs come out on NES. I think that is the big thing about the OG Dragon Quest is they had very like their enemy designs had a ton of charm. Because yeah, they had adapted Toriyama's art so well. Bit subtle through the stream, like the difference between eggshell and white. Yeah. Yeah, it would be much more apparent if it was right here in front of you. And also, you're not getting the worst of it here. There are some areas that have like big like white tiled floors. There, it's really obvious. He said, but, say the line. I mean, in mine and the bot's defense, I've come to realize it's not really possible to play anything Dragon Quest or Dragon Quest adjacent without Shadows talking about Super Famicom Dragon Quest 3. I just don't think it's possible. Just replace the white in the color palette with a yellow or red. You know, slimes with red eyes. It doesn't. No, I don't think it. No, it doesn't do that. I don't think it affects character sprites. I think it just affects the world tiles. What even is this battle theme where you're fighting your circus with demon clowns? Sort of. Oh no, wait, they did turn. Wait. No, it is everything actually. It really is everything. The slimes did turn yellow. Okay, if I can actually get the Prince of Canic, then I could have a dead party member and I could show you. So yes, you can have like blood red-eyed slimes. Can I please get back to Middenhall before I die? We have a goal. We need to find the Prince of Canic and we need to kill his ass. It's good to have goals, chat. Good to have nice, attainable goals. Also, yeah, right from the get-go, you can tell they did not balance this game. It is, like, everything, it feels like everything in this game is tuned for a party. But you don't start with a party, you have to assemble your party. So, like, as soon as you step out of town, your one level 1 character is running into groups of 3 enemies that you can't one-shot. Current stream goal, regicide. Part of why titles like Dragon Quest 8 lets you buy AoE weapons from literally the very first town. I mean, there's certainly ways to make this work, but it would have made a lot more sense to have the general Middenhall area be pretty much just single enemies. I mean, you do level fast at least. Like that's the trade-off. Trying to bust your way through all of these enemies solo means you get a lot of experience relative to where you are in the game. Yeah, our 2 weaker ones. Possibly cap the number of enemies you can face at once. I mean, there's a lot of ways to address it. Point is, they didn't do any of them. Point is, they did fucking nothing. That's the trade-off. What's the trade-on? In chat! The trade-off is in the game. The trade-on is in the chat. Actually, I realized I didn't even check the items shop. It's the tool shop. Oh, it's just medical and... I actually have to get to town if I want better equipment. Kinds of dumb. You can ask any kind of streaming question you want, friendo. Dumb, smart, awkward. familiar, obvious, all are welcome here. Ask away, my friend. Ask and ye shall receive. Do 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 do. There's left one. Oh, fuck my life. How do you remember things when you play games? That's the neat part. You don't. I feel like I get so sucked into the games I'm playing, I forget everything exists in the real world and I have nothing to talk about because suddenly, no matter how exciting my day was, nothing happened that I can remember. Multitasking when streaming is really hard. I wouldn't even say I do it particularly well, but I've also had 5.5 years to practice it. And it really depends on what you're playing. Like, Dragon Quest is great for talking. Because Dragon Quest is basically on autopilot. You get into a battle and you mostly just mash through... Like, you mostly just mash the fight button. Yeah, multitasking is hard, full stop, certainly. Those of you that were around on... What was it, Tuesday? When Aconcagua died and I was playing random PS1 games. When I was playing... Like, when I was playing Bust-A-Groove... I couldn't talk. I straight could not talk. And I came close to that when I was playing Electrosphere too. Because I was just focusing on not crashing my plane into shit. So it really depends on what you're playing. Like, that might actually be one of the reasons this channel and this community has leaned into RPGs in general, is they're easier to talk. Like, it's a lot easier for me to just chat with y'all while I'm doing things, you know? I don't need to stop playing to talk to y'all. I can walk around town and bring up all the dialogues and go to the tool shop and go to the inn. I can do all that stuff and talk about whatever it is that we're talking about. I mean, unless I actually want to read what these idiots are saying. Yeah, there's no reflexes to worry about, exactly. We did not finish Aconcagua. Disc 2 did not work. At least the version of Disc 2 that I had did not work. So I was forced to leave it be, and we went through some more of the PS2 game or PS1 games. They're on the weird old game list. Yeah, it's a shame. About 70% of the reason I hang out in here is to chat and vibe with y'all. Yeah, that, and I know that's true for a lot of people here. You know, a lot of folks came in on nights where we were just kind of vibing and talking about stuff and stayed because they liked that so much, so. And I'm sure that's present in people's minds when we're talking about new things to play, you know? The leather shield is a good choice and many thanks. End of alert! Brace yourselves, chat. The time is now. Steady yourselves. 3,026 years from today, life will either be really good or really bad. It's 50-50. 70% of the reason I hang out in here is for the rage I spread. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, this is the toolbox man. He's got the wing of the wyvern. I found a punching bag, like one of those clowns that keeps bouncing back. And everybody's happy. Sometimes the games really hit the right spot, other times very meh on them, but I still like hanging out and giving Osh crap with anyone. What's up, Bestie? Good to see you. Perfect timing. But yeah, to go back to your question, Tradon, part of it is it's just a skill that you have to develop. It doesn't come naturally to almost anybody. It certainly didn't to me. And even so, if you do get good at multitasking, the game that you play is going to have a huge impact on how much you're able to talk and interact and remember that there is a world outside of video games. Hey, look at this guy. Oh, thou scared me and my hiccups are cured. Thank thee, stranger. It's one of the bondage mask guys. Your question is it Wyvern or Wyvern? Howvern. Okay, so now we can hang out around here. I should take less damage now. Frustrating trying to think about things to talk about when as soon as I stop streaming, I suddenly remember like 80 things I could have talked about. I mean, I have considered, especially on nights where I plan to do like a just chatting stream, I've considered making notes. I've considered doing practically like cue cards to ensure that I had things to talk about and I didn't forget about the things that I did want to talk about. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? Get a fucking teleprompter and put it behind your face cam. You would, Mr. PowerPoint? Y'all know me so well. These Drakeys do a lot of damage. I might be in big trouble here. Okay, I can't one-shot them, though. I think a good starting point is to consider before your stream... Oh god, they have 9 hit points. That sucks. Well, at least I got first hit off on that guy. Just consider what you want to talk about before your stream. That way you can at least have it ready in your mind, and it'll be a bit more present than it would be otherwise. Also, just set aside time to talk. I mean, that's part of the reason why we do the initial... Oh yeah, see here? There's supposed to be like a white carpet, or maybe this is supposed to be a bed on the floor, but now it's yellow. It's the same color as the sand outside because my whole interface is in low health mode. I like how you and Tina have different Microsoft Office programs. Y'all constantly use PowerPoint for streams and Tina uses Microsoft Excel. The piss bed, yeah. Too many incontinent heroes here. 6 pieces of gold. I was paying 5 back in Middenhall. This is bullshit. Or was I paying 4? I don't even remember now. Game Project Warlock's going well. I appreciate the game a lot more as an FPS RPG this time around. Project Warlock was so much fun. And yeah, the progression in that game is really, really well done. It's very satisfying. Find yourself someone who loves you like Tino loves spreadsheets. That boy do love his spreadsheets, don't he? The enemies did not see thee. Oh, they're about to. They are about to. Fuck. I need him to do more damage than that. Now, stream might give me a good excuse to give an old console I have lying around a whirl again, even though I haven't touched this since. Oh god, yes, absolutely. I mean, retro stuff ended up being the most popular thing for me to stream. You know? I'm sure given enough effort and focus, I could have taken this channel in a different direction, but I mean, effort and focus are not exactly synonymous with oddish. New game controller for it still comes out $50 due to its rarity. Oh damn! What console is it? Or are you gonna play coy until you stream it? Because I would. Wit and courage have served thee well, for Bubsy has been promoted to the next level. What's funnier is it made me start using spreadsheets to track game binges and stuff since it's so damn useful. At my day job, I have been moving more and more into managerial, organizational stuff. And as part of one of my projects right now, my boss wants me to gather feedback from the team on a new initiative I'm starting. And she suggested that I set up a Google Sheets for it. And she's like, now, do you want to try setting it up or do you want me to do it? I don't know how much experience you have with it. And I just thought back on all of the like sheets and surveys that I've set up for y'all. Google Forms, sorry, yeah, Google Forms. I was thinking back on all the forms I've set up for y'all for like votes and nominations and feedback and stuff. And I was like, nah, I got this. So actually, I'm starting to see where the things I do for streams and community are having a tangible impact on my day job. In a good way. In a good way. So, still be a while till you stream. It's such an oddity, and I only have the system. I don't even have a game. Oh, wow. Huh. Fighting our modern landscape, we just all have to learn spreadsheet software. It is kind of interesting, isn't it? How, like, I don't think we think about this too much, but our entire society is extremely data-driven. Like, wildly data-driven. Like, personal data is one of the most valuable commodities around. And like the average person has a ton of data that they need to keep track of. All their bank accounts, all their subscriptions and memberships, their insurance information. Like, this is all data that has to be pushed around. And the clearest and simplest way that we've found to organize that is in spreadsheets. You say we don't think about much, but that was pretty much all my graduate education. Oh, no. Like, you know, anybody that works, I think anybody that works in like a white collar job is doing a lot of stuff with data, but I think it just doesn't occur to people very much. Like, it's become such a standard thing. You know, when you're out at the grocery store, you're not really thinking about all the data processing you're doing, but at the same time, you've got a list of stuff that you're buying, right? You're comparing that list of data on needed goods against the data list of discounted goods, right? To make the best purchasing choices. And then you're comparing that data against your financial data. I mean, from that perspective, we are entirely data-driven creatures. A lot of things we use are driven by SQL tables. Also good at hiding the tables and preventing better performance. That's another thing, too. We have gotten better at the presentation side of it. Yes, PowerPoint counts. And I think it kind of backflows into us a bit because I love data. I find data and metrics incredibly fascinating. Like, the data generated by my streams is like super interesting to me. Like, I know I've told you all, Twitch keeps a ton of data about the channel in terms of like average concurrent viewers and peak viewers and number of chatters and subscriptions and all this stuff. I keep my own data on top of that in my own spreadsheets, so I can sort it and review it as I see fit. I'm a nerd. Data. I love data so much. As far as data, one book I was obsessed with as a kid was just medieval battles and the troop formations and movements and lapses of how territories captured. Oh yeah, my dad was big into Civil War history, and he had like the big encyclopedic volumes of battles and whatnot. And I always loved the battlefield illustrations where they use like red bars and blue bars and arrows and icons to indicate troop movements and stuff. That shit was so fascinating to me. It was really, really cool. Comparing that data against Lieutenant Commander data. Nothing. When you have the true data, nothing really compares. You must love it. You would think so, but I find sports to be incredibly boring. I just find sports in general to be very boring to me. I mean, I'll go to a baseball game and I'll sit around and eat snacks and I'll get excited when somebody actually gets a hit. But yeah, I would say I missed my calling, but I don't miss it at all. I imagine I would have gotten really big into the stat side of sports. Like really, really bad. I love the data that's been collected in places like TCRF. Kind I love how the later Dragon Quest games let you go through a bunch of data on how much distance traveled, how many battles won, how often you're defeated. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like seeing that stuff, too. I always like that about roguelikes. When you finished a run in a roguelike, it would tell you, it would give you your stats, like how many perks you took, how many monsters you beat, like how many levels you gained or whatever. Try out fantasy football sometimes. I'm just not interested in anything sports related. Like if they did the whole fantasy football thing, but with like, I don't know, like Star Wars fleet battles or something, I'd totally be into it. I would be all over that shit. But because it's sports, I'm just like, eh. And that's a me thing. There's nothing inherently wrong or bad about sports. I just don't give a shit. Has Osh played Blood Bowl? I have played Blood Bowl. This is gonna sound really dumb, but honestly, Blood Bowl skirts too close to real football for me to be interested in it. If you ever go back to Cogmind, check out one of your run reports in that, unbelievably detailed. I should go back to Cogmind. Cogmind is super good. All right, I'm level 5 now. We should be able to make it to Canik Castle without getting absolutely obliterated. Probably the vast minority here is someone who likes sports songs. No, I don't think so. I think the average person definitely appreciates sports, and I think most people here in the community like sports in some capacity or the other. And I don't even have, like, it's not even a particularly aversion that I have. I'm just not interested. It just falls into this category of thing that I just don't really care much about. It's like milsim shooters, like Call of Duty and Medal of Honor stuff. I played those before. I enjoyed them. They're like, some of them are genuinely good games, but like grounded military conflict is just not interesting to me. It's not exciting enough. I need new horizons. I need my games and my media and my diversions to take me to new places, to provide me a vision of something that I can't get in the real world. Sports is the real world. I'm not here for that. And that's a me thing. That is not the fault of sports, that's just the way I see the world. So you playing The Witness the other night, how was multitasking in that? With The Witness, I'm mostly talking about my thought processes. With puzzle games, I find it's not as easy to just generally chat because I want to, like, I'm using so much brain power to try and puzzle things out that pretty much everything I'm saying, like, just rotates around what I'm doing in the game. So I love puzzle games, I love streaming puzzle games, but they're not good for general chat. They make for good conversation about the game, but not outside that. So I was finding playing the Bridge Constructor games, yeah. Bridge Constructor can take a lot of focus to find, like, if you've got something that almost but doesn't quite work, like, it's gonna take all of your brain capacity to finally iron that out. Cogmind's going up in price next month. Anyone wants it, doesn't have it. Spring sale is as cheap as it can get for a long while. Oh, yeah, people should definitely pick it up then. Doom RL and Jupiter Hell gives you badges for doing certain data point things like kill X of this enemy type. And you rank up as you get more unique badges. Get higher ranks to unlock more features and you branch out and try doing more. Oh, that's cool. Kind of achievement-based meta progression, yeah? About half the stuff I said when I was here streaming Talos Principle was, okay, what am I missing? Yeah. Ace Combat is just on the edge of unrealistic. Yes, yes. The grounding of Ace Combat being in the planes themselves works for me because Ace Combat has such a fascinating world. It's also why I really don't give a shit about Assault Horizon. I saw the sky burning red on the southern horizon. Perhaps it was Moonbrook Castle in flames. She's a very negative person. She's very, very negative. She should work on that. Because no one would let Oddish fly a jet. If thou would speak to the prisoners, do so through the bars. Barred doors, the somethings. What does it matter if people steal things? The world is doomed no matter what happens. That's the spirit. World's doomed, be gay, do crimes. Okay, what was a football game, but a lot of anime stuff was thrown in? It's still two sports. Sports, like, why would I play an anime sports game when I could play an anime anything else game? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't... Sports is like eggplant to me. Like, I personally don't like eggplant. And you can dress it up with whatever sauces or preparation or side dishes you want. But at its heart, it's still eggplant, and I don't want it. Can you do sports agent? Yeah, hell yeah, rant away. Absolutely. Tell the secret, there's a silver key that opens doors of silver. That's not a secret. That's what the fuck do you think a silver key would do? Assault Horizon sucks. Turns out a scripted set-piece action game where enemies can be... Yeah, no. The way you have to take down enemies in those scripted scenes is awful. It is awful, awful, awful. Football is like XCOM Apocalypse. Real-time strategy broken up by paused moments of strategizing. As Chamber Prince... Okay, his name is Orfeo this time. Princess Hala. I don't know if the princess's name is randomized, but I know the Prince of Canuck is not always Orfeo. Who art thou, a friend of my brother's? Yes, then I'll give thee some advice. My brother has gone searching for the Spring of Bravery, but he travels slowly. Spring of Bravery, you say? I believe that is... far, and I mean far to the west. I've heard of a cave far to the east in which the Spring of Bravery rises. Oh, I have the world map of Dragon Quest II up on my wall here. I was looking at the wrong cave. The Spring of Bravery is north of Middenhall. That's Hala's front, behind her is the Hala back. Welcome, Bubsy! Of experience points, Bubsy needs 115 to reach the next level. My son Orfeo has already left on his journey. Please find him and take him as thy companion. Does thou wish to? Yeah. I've entered that, yeah. I'm watching anime lately while doing my part-time job. Friend turned me on a show called Mashal? Kind of half vibe with. Humor doesn't mesh outside the main character. The actual setup is fantastic and the story is satisfying. The world where everyone can use magic and there's this one kid who can't, but he's been working out for as long as he's been alive, is the buffest person ever, so he goes to magic school and just fakes it. Oh, that's awesome! That's a great concept. And yes, I like Blitzball. Blitzball was far enough away from sports. It didn't look like sports and it didn't play like sports. So I was okay with Blitzball. By the way, how much money do I have? 113 is not really enough to get any new gear. I think we'll be okay. I think I can spend that money on medical herbs and survive the cave. To be this should have a typical anime villain by playing rally ball against his magic buff statue thing. Like in near to boss fights, you can do what you like to get their life down to threshold, and then you have to break a damage seal on them, which activates a scripted part, which advances the plot of the fight. Integrates the two ideas really well. Yeah, that sounds clever. Football anime called Eye Shield 21 is done by Yusuke Murata, who did the art for the remade One Punch Man, also submits successful designs for the Mega Man contest. Oh yeah, I heard about that. The slimes are running from me now, I'm too buff. Grind that first Blitzball game over and over until I finally won it. Never played it again when I found out the only difference is walking gets a fucking trophy. My buddy in college, as soon as Blitzball opened up, he ground out Wakka's ultimate weapon, which takes fucking forever. Because if I remember correctly, his weapon and the crest and the sigil are all random tournament rewards. So you might start an entire tournament that does not award any part of his ultimate weapon, and you still have to play the whole thing because you can't start another tournament until you finish the current one. So yeah, it took him ages. Aren't all the ultimate weapon stuff in Final Fantasy X really bullshit? Yes. 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 Some of them are more bullshit than others. The way it generally shakes out in Final Fantasy X is there's 3 components to it. There's the ultimate weapon, the crest, and the sigil. I might be confusing the two, but like the ultimate weapon has no effects on it by itself. It's like the base. And then the crest adds one powerful effect to it, and then the sigil finishes it. So you're not gonna have the ultimate weapon until you get all 3 pieces of it. And most of them, like getting the weapon and getting the crest isn't too bad, but getting the sigil is the one that's gonna bust your balls. Final Fantasy X was kind of bullshit to you in general. I had a lot of fun with the game. The final stretch was ass and actually not worth playing at all. I love Final Fantasy X. It is my second favorite after 6. I certainly won't argue any points with anyone who didn't enjoy it. But yeah, it clicked for me. Kimari and Lulu's are awful. Yuna's is pretty easy. So let me see. There's the only one I did in its entirety was the Cactar village because I fucking love Cactars. And I think that one got you Riku's ultimate weapon, which wasn't actually very useful, unfortunately. Yeah, Shadows, it's not... It has exploration, but not in the conventional JRPG sense. Yeah, I definitely didn't do Yuna's. I don't even remember if I did any other ones. I'm gonna save again, because this might be a really bad idea. Still one of the only ones to implement the 3-party member limit thing in a way I didn't hate. No, I love the battle system in 10. The battle system in 10 is like one of the most strategic battle systems I've had, and I love it. Because you could hot swap characters in, you could easily do stuff like have enemies that were immune to physical attacks or immune to magic attacks, because you could just swap in the right person to deal with them. And I loved that. I absolutely loved that. It would be my favorite battle system if Final Fantasy X2 didn't exist. But that one is somehow even more fun. I say somehow, but what I really mean is dress spheres. Because dress spheres own. Sea of Stars does hot swap? Ooh, I'm suddenly very interested now. Hated feeling like I had to use every character in every battle so they got XP though. I can understand that. I can understand that. I think for me, I was able to kind of mentally write that off as part of the strategy, and I was okay with it. But I totally get not liking that. Played Lord of the Rings a third? No, I did not. I have trouble remembering if I've ever played a Lord of the Rings game of like any kind. Really like the idea of the sphere grid. That sphere grid, the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X, has a remarkably long legacy, does it not? Like, it's kind of wild how even now games have like huge sphere grid progression systems in them. Kind of blows my mind. I replay Final Fantasy, the Four Heroes of Light, and Bravely Default games. I remember loving those. Never played any of those either. Everyone had their own area they were good at, but you could unlock areas and bleed over. Yeah, that was actually really cool. Like, I had this, like, kind of emotional roller coaster with the Sphere Grid, where I got Final Fantasy X, and I was like, holy shit, the Sphere Grid. The Sphere Grid's amazing. This is crazy. And then, hey, 2 wild mice. And then I started actually playing the game and leveling up and moving people down their sphere paths, and I was like, wait a minute, this is like super linear, this sucks. Functionally, this isn't really different from any other leveling system. But then I started unlocking key spheres and finding the links between different paths. And then when I finished somebody's path and got them back to the center and realized that you have, like, that you're then supposed to take them down somebody else's path, then I was like, okay, this owns. This is great. This is super cool. So yeah, the Sphere Grid ended up being a really, really neat progression system. And I'm glad it caught on. I'm glad that we see it in stuff like Path of Exile and other RPGs. Hindsight, I kind of wish it didn't have the move your token around aspect and just let you pick directly from what's next. Then again, very early attempt at skill trees. Yeah, it does make it more unique though, that it ends up being like a board game. That it's not just about what nodes you unlock, but about where you are when you unlock them. Oh my god, random battles. You can chill. I was a stubborn ass who filled out the base Sphere Grid unlocking additional routes and was convinced I should be able to beat the game with my characters like that. Final boss thought was bullshit in that regard. I was not happy when you two-shot your entire team in the middle of the fight by going twice in a row. It is, like, yeah. Just so you know, my experience with the final boss in Final Fantasy X was beating him in something like 3 turns. I didn't get everybody's ultimate weapons, but you can kind of make your own. The equipment crafting system in Final Fantasy X is also really cool. Because you can build weapons that have like blank slots in them for different traits. And I think there's ways to put just about every trait in the game on weapons. So for example, I think I made, I want to say I made a sword for Auron that lets you break the damage limit. So, like, he was hitting the final boss for, like, 40,000 damage or something. Once you figure out how to game the Sphere Grid to get dozens of levels at a time, it gets kind of crazy. Watch your friend manage to trigger Yojimbo's ultimate on the final boss and one-shot it. And that's still nothing compared to what you can do in Final Fantasy X2. I think I've told you this before. I beat the final boss of Final Fantasy X2 without touching the controller. I had that team tuned so well, I didn't have to enter commands to win the battles. I still remember that too. I was home on break from college, and it was around lunchtime. And I had made myself a sandwich, and I started the final boss fight, and I started the fight, and then I sat back on the couch and ate my sandwich, and I watched my team beat the final boss. It was really, really funny. Anyway, this is the cave we need to get to. And they still don't want me in there. Jesus Christ. Good thing I bought all those medical herbs. They complain about Final Fantasy XII playing itself. Well, to be fair, It took a huge amount of grinding to get my team to that point. I got all 3 of them to the level cap. I maxed out the Berserker dress sphere, and I maxed out, I want to say, the Alchemist dress sphere. And between the 2 of those, there were enough auto effects to let them play the game themselves. I really like when a game gives you the ability to do things like that if you have the right set of knowledge. I do too. I do too. I love it when something like that is possible, but like not necessary. For people, like, I love it when games give players the space to just break them. You know, they're tuned to be played normally, but if you wanna go all in, oh fuck off! He didn't even see me. Dodge that shit in his sleep. Yeah, I love games that are tuned to be played normally, but can be just broken in half if you know what you're doing. So you get turn-based combat systems go. Octopath is your favorite. Enemies have weaknesses, shield indicator. Hitting weaknesses remove shields. When they get 0, they get staggered and stunned. Enemies practicing a large. That is a really popular system these days. Like there are there's a lot of RPGs that use that kind of system now. Shit, I think Phantasy Star Online uses that. SMT and Persona was the one that popularized that sort of thing. Okay. Yeah, they made it very popular because I don't even play that many RPGs, but I've definitely played several that use that system. Maybe offended if I pay. You're not paying for the end option. I'm trying to do something specific here. Do I even have that enabled right now? I thought I had that turned off. Yeah, it's turned off. Peak modern JRPG combat in that broad style. Like Radiant History in general and the combat system was good too. Oh god, this is such a confusing dungeon. Like there's treasure in here, but also I don't remember the way to who I'm looking for. I've discovered the medical herb. One big cobra. Fuck, I think these guys... Oh, I should have brought an antidote. Oh, man, I think I might be screwed. If one of these guys poisons me, I might be in real big trouble. So Radiant Historia is a 3x3 grid where moves can push enemies in the same grid space, and then any attack on that hit turn hit everyone in the space. I think we're getting closer. Maybe. Nope. We're getting treasure. We're getting treasure, and that's just it. This is actually bringing back a lot of fond memories of playing this as a kid. This was the only Dragon Quest I had as a kid. I read about it in Nintendo Power and I got my parents to get it for me for like my birthday or something. Cause I had Final Fantasy and I really liked Final Fantasy. I was like, oh my god, another RPG. And I got this, and it was way clunkier and harder than Final Fantasy was. And I tried, man. I tried real hard. And I got to that legendarily difficult cave that leads to the final area, and I never got through there. But I spent enough time with this game as a kid to have a lot of nostalgia for it. Should have got you Plock. I got myself Plock. I was able to right that particular wrong later in life. Hey, it's a guy. Hast thou purified thy body in the Spring of Bravery? No, that is not good. All who seek victory must first visit the Spring of Bravery. I did in fact block myself. And I'd do it again too. In a hot minute. When I was a kid, I didn't have the patience to really get a lot of levels. I tended to run from a lot of enemies when I got tired of fighting them. So I wasn't good at any of these RPGs, really. In retrospect, it's kind of a miracle I got through Final Fantasy. So if I am me, the Dragon Quest games always offer the way the fuck out of context final area hints the first bit of the game. You play more Abduction now that you're on a puzzle game kick? I've thought about that. I mean, obviously we need to do The Witness first, but. Doo-doo-doo. I think this one's a fine game until you get the boat. I think that's kind of where this one comes apart. Welcome to the Spring of Bravery. Art thou seeing the Prince of Canuck? Yes. Only moments ago he was here. I think he's going to Middenhall Castle. Well, shit. I don't know how he passed us in this cave, but he did. Get your fix on The Witness is long, yeah. Yeah, I'm planning on at least 2 weeks of that. So 1-2 actually has some neat things. If shit goes down, you run around, talk to people. NPCs foreshadow endgame twists. Funny because in every other Dragon Quest game, I think the boat is amazing. I mean, the boat is very exciting in this. Until you realize that all the places the boat takes you will kill you. And then you're like, why did I get this boat? Why have I done this to myself? You missed it when you were speaking with the gross naked guy who lustily asked you if you were going to go bathe in the Spring of Courage or whatever. Yeah, it's really, yeah, that's when it becomes obvious I didn't balance it. So the flow of this game, chat, because you're not going to get to see it tonight. Like, Act 1 of this game is assembling your team. You need to find the Prince of Canuck, and you need to find the Princess of Moonbrook. After you assemble your team, then you need a boat. That could kind of be called Act 2, though I don't think it's a very long sequence. Once you get the boat, the game turns into like an open world MacGuffin quest. You need something like 6 or 7 items to beat the game. Or no, you need 5 crests to get like a key to beat the game, and then you need another item that sort of acts like a key for another thing or some. I don't remember. I know in the end you need the I think it's the Charm of Rubus is the main thing you're trying to get. Once you have that, you can beat the game. But you also need to gather up, you know, equipment and levels and stuff to be strong enough to survive the final area because it is evil. Like, the end game for this game is evil. Linear until you get the boat. Yep. Yeah, it opens up a lot. Yeah, actually, a miniature version of Dragon Quest 1 is in Dragon Quest 2. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. Well, that was Mistim. The Prince of Canic was here, but he is off to Middenhall looking for thee, I believe. This is Middenhall, idiot. I think I know where he is. I think he's in Leftwyn. I think. Final Fantasy 3 has a neat twist on the concept where you have a tiny mini overworld for the first fourth of the game. You get the airship, fly off, and realize it's a tiny floating continent. That was a pretty neat twist. Shame about the rest of the game. I art well rested. To be fair, you played the shit version. I mean... I thought I played a bad game, and you're like, well, you played the bad game, and I'm like, yeah, I did. Ghost Mouse. I just didn't like Onion Knight because a short fat kid with no talent hits too close to home. Thank you, Shadows. I appreciate it. No, I got with Final Fantasy 3, I got there's that little bastard. I knew he went to Leftwyn. Hail, friend! I am Prince Orfeo of Canuck. Art thou my cousin from Middenhall? Ah, it is as I guessed. I have been seeking thee so that together we may oppose Hargon. Come, let us go forth. Huzzah! No, in Final Fantasy 3, I got to the dungeon where you have to, like, shrink down. And it sucked. It sucked out loud. It was awful. I wasn't particularly enjoying it before that, but that, like, straight killed it for me. I can... what do you come packing? Orphe. A club. You got a club. No, we're gonna fix that. Here, we're gonna get you a magical knife. Take it, Orphe. There we go. Hey, you want a club? Wait, can you sell stuff in this? Wait, can you sell stuff in this? DS Final Fantasy 3 fucks up the flow. Is a lot worse about here's this job you have to use. I think you don't get jobs till way the fuck after you beat the first true boss. Say balance it on the assumption that you get jobs after the tutorial. It's grindier for no reason. I mean, I definitely had jobs. I was definitely switching people around in jobs. The dungeon he's talking about is still in the NES version? Oh, the one where you have to shrink down to get around it? Alright. We got a squad now. Go squad. Also, your dude starts at level 1. Talos Principle 2 when? Don't tempt me, dude. Don't tempt me. The original Talos Principle is one of my favorite games of all time. I could kill a lot of streams replaying Talos Principle 1 and playing Talos Principle 2 for the first time. All numbers are way fuckier, less monsters show up at once. The enemy's HP and attack are way the fuck buff, where your numbers aren't. One monster has a strength of 3 or 4 separate monsters. Do you actually think I would like Final Fantasy 3 if I played a different version of it? Like, seriously? Like, I'm sorry, I have a real hard time imagining if I booted up. I know people hate it until they try the Famicom version. I have a real hard time believing that if I booted up the Famicom version of it, I'd be like, oh my god, I've seen the light, this is amazing. You can't give an opinion on any games, so we played every version of that game. Otherwise, how do you know? That's why I own like 8 copies of Final Fantasy IV. With my son's help, thou shalt go for. Okay, so now we can finally accomplish the thing that we came here to do. I mean, for my part, if somebody rolled up in here and was like, dude, I played the GBA remake of Final Fantasy 1 and it sucked ass, I hate that game, I'd be like, yup. Like, I love the original Final Fantasy on NES, but they played the bad version of the game. Yeah, it's bad. Play DSE's game if you want to know about bad versions of games. Final Fantasy 3 DS is known to be the shitty version. Look, I didn't see anything in DS Final Fantasy 3 that made me think another version of it would be any more compelling. Like, there was no particular spark in there of anything like memorable or compelling. Hast thy travels taken thee to the monolith south of Middenhall? No. My brother must be there now. Will thou not go to him? No. Cave. I found a big rat. Big rat attacked before Bubsy was ready. Good. Yeah, beat up Orfeo. I remember the GBA Final Fantasy 1. What was wrong with it? Recall basically almost every unique mechanic of Bivets identity was strategic. No. No. That is... No. That is not what's wrong with Final Fantasy 1. The GBA remake of Final Fantasy 1 on its surface is really good. It takes the basic structure of Final Fantasy 1. It keeps it intact. It keeps the classes. It keeps the plot and story flow and all the dungeons and everything. It takes out the per use magic system and puts MP in. It fixes a bunch of stuff that's broken in the original. Like, it is, at first glance, a much better, much improved version of the original Final Fantasy. It does two things wrong, though. The big thing, the main thing that it does, is it really fucks up the difficulty curve. Like, really badly. In the original, if you have a well-built team, the final boss is scary, but very beatable. Very, very beatable. In the remake, he is next to impossible. He is, like, insanely difficult. I hope you like everything being red, because now everything is red. Forever. The other... Jesus Christ, this thing has a lot of health. Oh, I'm just not doing a lot of damage. Goodbye! Or not. But there was no escape! Well, let's make sure we don't die. Have orange red to your eyes? Okay, so we gotta just grind this guy to death. Seeing red in the game represents honor, seeing red in regards to... The other thing it fucks up is it puts bonus dungeons in. Which are really... They're these really weird theme dungeons that bring in super bosses from later Final Fantasy games. And having tried to beat Final Fantasy 1... Okay, now look at the coastline. Yeah, see, the Drakies are more sinister looking now because everything's tinted red. It seems like the difficulty curve in Final Fantasy 1 was designed around actually completing the additional dungeons and getting super weapons and stuff, which sucks. Really, 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 really sucks. So, they took the core experience of Final Fantasy 1 and improved it in a lot of ways, but ultimately made it a very unfun game through just a couple of tweaks that you're not even really going to notice until the late game. Is that the dungeon with Doom Train in it? You did that one? So dumb. Also, the GBA remake of Final Fantasy 1 also has the original Final Fantasy 2 on there, so you're getting two bad games for the price of one. I'm not actually sure where I am in relation to Middenhall. He lashed out because he fears he doesn't understand. PS1 Final Fantasy 1 is your go-to version. It's exactly the same. Bug fixed the ability to up the XP and gil rate. This encounter... Oh god, look at these things! These things look like rage virused out. It's a bad time to say I genuinely enjoyed the... I was wondering where you went, Chaos. Yeah, I know you do. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy for you. I tried playing Final Fantasy 2. It's very difficult because the game sucks shit. It is really not a great game. Pixel Remaster of Final Fantasy 1 is fine. I think kind of overcorrects a little bit in the other direction. Time you earn anything, you can one-shot literally every enemy by staring at them too hard. So easy it becomes a little tedious. That sounds close to the original, though. The original is challenging up until about... I'd say once you get past the ice cave, you're fine. Like in NES Final Fantasy 1. Yeah, okay, this is what I wanted you to see. The evil red-eyed slimes. The demon slimes. But yeah, the early game in Final Fantasy 1 is hard. It's hard to get going. The Marsh Cave is like the first really big hurdle to get past. The Earth Dungeon is hard. The volcano can be hard if you're not prepared for it. And then the Ice Cave is just, it's hard no matter what, because of how many like insta-kill enemies there are in there. But after you get past that, once you get past the Ice Cave, then you've got all the tools you need, really. You can do the class change, the Sea Temple isn't hard, the Sky Castle isn't hard. And then by the time you get to the final dungeon, you've got like super weapons and you can cast fast on your fighters. And just blender everybody in one turn. I feel like it'd be funny if a Dragon Quest game has super powerful slimes that look like the normal ones with creepy demon eyes to kick your ass. Alright, this has been Dragon Quest 2. I wanted you to see how gross and ugly the interface gets. When you die. Hopefully the Super Famicom version of this doesn't do that. Yeah, the gross coastline, yeah. And it's worse the further into the game you get, too. Okay, give me a second to rearrange because my monitors forgot that there were two of them, so. Let me do some quick reshuffling to get my setup back the way I like it. And so that doesn't happen, because that's really obnoxious. There it is. Hello, you. Oh, you. All right, bookkeeping. We've done this. We've done this. You need to come over here. Final Fantasy 2, I'm gonna say I respect what Final Fantasy 2 is trying to do more than you enjoy it. I've said that I believe that there's somebody out there who's a fan of every Final Fantasy game, but I say that having never met somebody whose favorite Final Fantasy is 2. Never. I can't actually assure you they exist. I feel like I've met somebody who said every other Final Fantasy is their favorite, including shit like X2 and the After Years or whatever. But I have never met anybody who said Final Fantasy 2 is their favorite, ever. Final Fantasy 2 is like Kenshi without the tech to back it up. I mean, Kenshi's just kind of barely hanging in there itself sometimes. Not that one, that one. Not there. Tecmo presents. And then you hear a lot of people say they didn't like. No, I saw you say that earlier. That is not what I dislike about it. The ideas it has are really cool on paper. Balance and practice is so inscrutable and weird. You either fuck yourself or ever break the game for the entire length. So I need you to understand something, chat. I didn't play this game until after I had beaten Ninja Gaiden 2. So I can't tell you how weird it was that there were no like floating ninja crystals everywhere, that I had to chop like lanterns and birds and like butterflies and shit to get items. That was so weird. I think you first played this on Wii Virtual Console. I'm keeping that. Oh, well, I guess I'm keeping that. The powers work pretty differently in this one too. Like you've got the ninja star, the windmill star, fire wheel. Invincible fire wheel activates automatically. You don't choose to activate it, it just does. And then there's like this spinning slash one that happens automatically when you jump, which is really good, but not exactly the most challenging boss I've ever come up with. The spinny slash is S tier, yeah, because I think it like enemies have no iframes against it or something. So I can just blunder them like the Top Man power from Mega Man 3. You can stop the spinning slash from happening from holding down. Oh, okay, cool. Just a girl, get out of here. I will, but first, I'm gonna shoot you. She shot him in the dick. Also, rapidly alternate down and slash to rapid slashing. Yes, I learned that from speedrunners. I can't do it. But yeah, you can straight blender bosses with that. I'd have a much easier time with this game if I could actually do that. No, these tricks because Ninja Gaiden spawns are not fair and it deserves the cheese. The boss isn't, like, that guy was not a good example. The bosses in this game are really hard. They're a big old pain in the dick. Ninja Gaiden 2 cutscene director moved on to Square. I could see that. I could see that. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. I'm sure I just woke somebody up with that. So in terms of, oh shit. Wait, what? As far as speedrunning goes, I still like to watch Arcus from time to time. I don't know if he does right now, but he was at one time the world record speedrunner for this game. Oh, okay, so that does work. That requires a little, oh, fuck you. Requires a little more coordination I'm prepared to put in though. The other tricky thing about this, after playing Ninja Gaiden 2, is you can't climb up and down the walls. Like when you cling to the wall, you cling to the wall. Watching Trackmania speedrunning lately and been enjoying that. I bet that gets pretty crazy. Yo, shit. See, now you're whacking bugs. Like, why am I whacking bugs? Why are they full of, like, ninja point bags and shuriken? I knew that was gonna happen too. So I played Flashback recently, and the game's enemies are a lot tankier than they should be. I also played the remake version, which is fucking awful. What's the remake on? Like, is it console or PC? Why'd I jump into that guy? What's up, Freegalit? Intellectually, I understand the speedrunner community. There's no aspect of it you enjoy personally. I mean, that's fine. I find speedrunning endlessly fascinating, and I wish I had the capacity for it. But I don't think I have the patience for it. But I find it endlessly interesting and honestly very inspiring. One YouTuber that does video essays on Trackmania speedrunning. Oh, go, yeah, cool. Link those. I will definitely check them out. I didn't actually want to take that. I want to try using that thing on the boss. Whatever. Don't have the memory for it. That's true. It's a lot of memorization too. A lot of practice and a lot of memorization. Hello. Can I just... Oh wait, I can just do this. Ow. You push against the ledge for a second to walk off it, so Connor was just walking in place against the ledge. Oh, and a flashback. Flashback has a really neat vibe. Like, the gameplay can be questionable. But I love the atmosphere of Flashback. It's similar in a way to... who is it? Walter Smith. The name's Ryu. Like, one of the big reasons I like SNES Shadowrun so much is because of the atmosphere, because of the presentation. I feel that way about Flashback too. Its particular vision of the future I found particularly captivating. Helps the Trackmania's design makes speedrunning super accessible with you being able to save replays of every run that track all your inputs. I feel like, I mean, it seems kind of obvious, but like racing games are particularly well suited to speedrunning because like they're set up to time you. It's a game that's focused on timing. So, and yeah, with the advent of replays and ghost cars, like speedrunners have a lot more tools in racing games to perfect their trade than, say, like platforming speedrunners or RPG speedrunners. Shinobi. I asked my wife what the difference was between a ninja and a shinobi, and she was like, Jedi, Ninja, Obi-Wan, Shinobi. Sometimes I wish my dumb Star Wars phone game would have more fun with the IP and make characters like that. The closest they ever came to that was when April Fool's Day a couple years ago. They advertised a version of Han Solo frozen in carbonite that just did nothing. What'd she say? No, like I asked her, what's the difference between Ninja and Shinobi? She's like, man, I don't know. She didn't know and she didn't care, and she looked it up and there basically isn't any. So. Oh, that's right, there's a time freeze in this one. Totally forgot about that. Like, Japanese people, like... You may not realize this. Japanese people in general don't give a shit about ninja. Like, yeah, there's stuff like Naruto, and that gets popular, but like not necessarily because it's ninja, but more because it's just another shonen anime. Like ninja are not nearly as fascinating to Japanese people as they are to Westerners. And like all the Japanese people that I know kind of roll their eyes when people are like, ninjas are so cool. This particular level is about the limit of where you were able to get in this game. Ow. Ow. Burb. Fuck. Like being really into, yeah, it would be like being really into cowboys. It'd be like seeing a Japanese person like walking around in a cowboy hat and going, yeehaw, partner, and trying to learn how to do a lasso. It'd be like, oh my God. Dude. Well, this part goes way better if you don't completely fuck it up. Whoa, hello. Damn it. Fuck. Those guys always wait just like a second longer than I think they're going to. Well, fucking birds. Bird got killed without even needing to pit. Yeah, every time. Every time. Boss's level is one you couldn't beat. I don't remember this game so well. A few years ago, I beat it for the first time on stream. That was a triumph. I was very, very pleased with myself. And then I did a victory lap in Ninja Gaiden 2. It was great. So I know I have the capacity to beat this game, but I don't know if I ever will again. Come on. If you crouch and wait for the birds, they're easy to kill. It's just, they tend to come at you when you don't have the luxury of doing that. Okay. Cat. Cat keeps coming. Guy. There we go. Just had to be more patient. Oh, this guy, the jumpy guy. Ah, yeah. I forget how I did this. I think you can just kind of wait. Yeah. You can just wait this guy out. Oh, fuck. If you're not dumb like me. Shit. There it is. This rush the range guy or wait for the bird. You're continually asking this question as you play. Do 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 do. Of course, he explodes on death. Everyone explodes on death. Jesus Christ. Every boss is packed with like 10 pounds of C4. That's just Ninja Gaiden. I feel like they really improved Ryu's outfit for Ninja Gaiden 2. Like, I think he looks like a more realistic ninja in Ninja Gaiden 1, but he also looks like he's wearing a sackcloth. Whereas Ninja Gaiden 2, he's got like the, you know, the nice svelte frame, tied tight. Looks more like idealized ninja, and I think you kind of want that in your ninja demon slaying fantasy game. Once you're good far enough, there's also doing, yeah, despawning this guy. Come with us. Doodle doo 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 doo. Sorry if I startled you. We are from the CIA Special Auxiliary Unit. My name's Foster. Foster does not show up in Ninja Gaiden 2, but he does in Ninja Gaiden 3. Funny enough. Nice wallpaper. Worst enemy of all, balding man. The real enemy of Ninja Gaiden. Upper reaches the Amazon, ancient ruins. Foster. Bananas Foster. Somebody out there's named Bananas Foster, aren't they? Somebody with the family name of Foster just couldn't fucking resist themselves and named their kid Bananas. I find it respectful to CIA let Ryu keep his mask on. Name is Gardia Demu. Calls himself the Jacquio. That's right. Jacquio is jackal in French. That's his deal. That's his dealio. They don't bother to explain that in Ninja Gaiden 2, so I didn't know. I'm also an uncultured swine, so, you know. You know how it be. Your statue's missing a little chunk there. The thing about airstriking the temple, we decided it'd be far more awesome to send in a goddamn ninja. It's a bilingual pun. Hang on, did the wallpaper change just then? It looked like gray and red instead of like cream and less cream. I don't know how colors work, chat. I don't know how anything works. The woman who shot you in the bar was one of our agents. Cream is for making the bananas. This is the Foster room. Banana Foster room. You know, you keep plugging away bemused wonder, and that's what matters. I just have that childlike glee. If I say no, then the woman from the bar shoots you again. You know the they got Foster like signaled to some guy by the door, and he like flipped the light so they could get the dramatic lighting on him when he threatened Ryu with death. Airborne ninja. Oh good, a swamp level. This time we're whacking spiders. Damn it. Bird. Guy throwing knives, I hate you. And I have no special ability to deal with you. Shit. Whoa! That cat went oh my god! That was perfect! That was perfect spacing on that. I'm actually... Ryu's is saying the dark with Foster and me were really confused on whether he's supposed to lead the dark and ruined or sit there with the creepy balding CIA accountant. Wow, I almost fucked that up. Don't jump into the birds, god damn it. Everything went wrong because I jumped into the fucking birds. Shit. Okay. That's fine. Wish Ryu couldn't speak English, because every cutscene would go differently. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That bird just spawns endlessly. I totally forgot about that. Ninja Gaiden loves these scenes. The Ninja Gaiden franchise as a whole loves these fucking evil castle vistas. Ryu's not so caked up in this one. Maybe that's why I didn't like it so much. Paramilitary forces employ American football players to tackle the ninjas. You Hayabusa Castlevania. I mean, these green ninja are basically flea men. That actually tracks. It's Pumpkinhead. Thighs that seem to just go into the ass. Ah, well, okay. Ow. No, I wanted to oh god, I fucked everything. Okay. Wow, I fucked everything. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, go for it! Oh, shit. Okay. Obvious Medusa heads. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. Death by bat. At least I robbed the birds of their victory. That in itself is a small mercy. Oh, that was a time stop. Shit. I don't know why I thought that would work. Revenge upon the bats. Shit. Okay. Spoopy. We've made it to the spoop area. Filled with amateur boxers. And, oh, you dick. Now I have to fight you again. Fuck! I didn't try to do the same thing over. I tried to use my special weapon and it just didn't come out. Just so we're clear. Chat! Those guys are really funny. Like, they see you as just like, okay, spin kick time. And then that guy just spin kicks himself out of existence. I've always found that particularly charming. That I didn't actually want. And that I missed. Oh, fuck, I have to go up there. Shit. Ow. Ow. I don't think I'm beating this guy hitless. Oh, God. Yeah, it's these guys. Well, I mean, if I could just... Oh, that was the wrong one. Shit. What the f... Wait, what the fuck? I've never seen this happen before. How is this possible? What the fuck was that? Also, I did beat them hitless, so suck it. Love the fucking Manos the Hands of Fate lighting on this guy. I love Irene's hair in this one too. Like, in case you didn't know already, this game is from the 80s. Is he wearing like... No, he's wearing like a demonic kabuto. Like the horn Japanese helmet, but it's all gross and demony. And I guess it kind of like wraps around his head and... Oh. Bye, Ryu. It's mine. Mine, all mine. Tonight is the night of rebirth. Some Looney Tunes. Dude, I know. It's just like, whoop. Okay, that's a great frame. I do really like that one. Perfect start. No notes. This is the skill-based gameplay all signed up for. Oh, hi, Burb. I missed that guy. Oh, fuck these guys. Good thing nobody comes here for the game. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, fuck you, Bat. I've always wanted to get really good with the windmill throwing star. Like, I know if you're good at, like, the positioning on it, you can do crazy shit with it. Like, you can keep it going for most of a level and just, like, obliterate everything around you, but I have never been good at it. This is gonna keep coming. You gotta go this way. Fuck off. True Castlevania experience. I took all the trouble to land in between those two guys and landed on that one guy anyway. Just be able to keep the windmill start flying for an entire stage that was many decades ago. Yeah, I am deeply envious. Oh man, that was a waste. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Just leave. The lesson is just leave. Do not humor these assholes. Leave. Fucking bat. That fucking... I'm starting to hate the bats more than the birds in this. Has anyone been curious about Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3 since there were never... Oh, really? Freelit, I actually beat Ninja Gaiden 2... Was it last week? Ninja Gaiden 2 was the one that I had as a kid. So I actually know what I'm doing in that game. 3 is... Do you want... Should we end the night on 3? I can... Because I'm not going to beat this tonight. The final... This is the penultimate level, I think. The final level fucking sucks, and I can't. And I died on the bat again. Yeah, let's play 3. And I will show you everything that's wrong with 3. Oh no, we're going to play the American one. We're gonna play the American one because for one thing, I don't want to go too late, and for another thing, I want people to understand just what a piece of shit we got after the majesty that was Ninja Gaiden 2. Remember Irene? Good old Irene. Good old Ryu. Look, we're going for a little midnight jog. It's nice. Nice midnight jog to the cliff overlooking the ocean. And now request the entire Ninja Gaiden series. There definitely aren't any others. The DS Ninja Gaiden game is really cool. I actually really like that one. I am an outlier when it comes to the Xbox Ninja Gaidens. I did not like the first one, so I didn't play the other ones. It's called Shadow Warrior here since the moral right-wingers were concerned with the word ninja in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, supposedly Irene's dead in this one. Anyway, let's do this. The Ancient Ship of Doom. I totally forgot he makes fucking noises in this one. Ryu is weirdly floaty in this one. Like, his jumps, like, the physics in this game are nothing like the physics. 1 and 2 have very similar physics. The physics in this one is, like, totally different. Chat, this isn't an ordinary lab. Did you notice? Oh, it's Ryu. Who's there? It's the guy who played Tuxedo Mask in Sailor Moon. So we're going to Castle Rock. Entertainment. They've been licensed to make a Ninja Gaiden movie. And Ryu's pissed about it. Sorry, Castle Rock Fortress. My bad. This happens in every Ninja Gaiden game, doesn't it? Ryu goes and kills a bunch of dudes, and then some mysterious person shows up and tells him to go do something else. It's 6 o'clock. It's time to get your balls punched in. Yes, dear. Pew! I forget. Is the ceiling spikes? The ceiling is spikes. Ow. Everything is spikes. Everything is spikes and death is certain. The sword power-up in this game is actually really cool. Gives you a wider sword swing. That was nice, at least. Oh, boy. You know what Ninja Gaiden needed, chat? You know what this series was always missing? Fucking auto-scrolling levels. But Tecmo really cracked the code with this one. When's the worst part? Start is not looking so markedly different. Just wait. Just give it a minute. A lot of games don't really show their true colors until a couple stages in, you know? There's one really, really, really important key difference in this one from the other Ninja Gaiden games. Ow. Giant flying, ow, Bugman did a fuckload of damage to me. And I'm out. There we go. Got an interesting pattern, didn't he? What is this place? Where the hell am I? What am I doing here? Ha 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 ha. It's been a long time, Ryu Hayabusa. Guess who? You're Foster. I remember your bananas anywhere. I don't know why they bothered bringing this guy back after he wasn't even in Ninja Gaiden 2. Clint Eastwood is gonna throw a chair at us. I don't know what you're talking about. I heard that you killed Irene. Also, he's huge! It's Giant Foster. Political intrigue. Oh, we're scrolling left this time, chat. Hold on to your asses. We're dealing with, oh shit. Oh, that's cool. You can actually, I forgot you can hang on to the bottom of those platforms. Also, some expertly animated poop water down there. Okay, you're gonna fuck off. Fuck, dude! Jesus. This is the problem with this Ninja Gaiden. Limited continues. When you're trying to beat Ninja Gaiden for the first time, like, limited continues make it impossible. I mean, this level will eat all your fucking continues, honestly. Moving platforms over a death pit with jumping fish? Like, what's wrong with this picture? Fuck! Trying to remember now if I've even ever made it to Castle Rock in this game. I think perhaps I haven't. Ow. All right, I have no power. Oh god, ow. That fucking fish, man. Yeah, I don't know if y'all were noticing how much damage I've been taking. But they actually, for the American release of this game, for some fucking reason, they massively scaled up the damage you take from enemies. I mean, even if that fish hadn't aced me, like, I was already dead. Yeah, this is stage 3, and I'm taking 3 damage per hit. Graphical improvements are bananas when you compare the previous game and this. It is a very pretty game, yeah. I mean, I definitely give Tecmo credit for making such a beautiful game, but the American release of this is honestly pretty close to unplayable. Like, you will never beat the American release of this game with how limited continues are in it. And just how fucking mean everything is. Ow. Ow. They replaced birds with giant bug demons. Yeah, I'm almost dead. One more hit and I'm toast. This is where the Ninja Gaiden is balls hard. No, it really started with the first game. Like I didn't get the chance to show you the worst part of the first game, which is the final level. And the way you have to replay the whole goddamn thing every time you lose the boss. And Ninja Gaiden 2, like... Ninja Gaiden 2 is more reasonable than 1, but it is still a very hard game. Oh, shit. Like, there are plenty of levels that will fuck you up in Ninja Gaiden 2, including the final level. Which I can barely get through without dying. Yeah, and dude, it's crazy they took the ninja clones out of this one. Like, the ninja clones were like the best part of Ninja Gaiden 2. And then for some reason, they just pulled them out. Man, I did not want to have this. I want this. So yeah, all the Ninja Gaiden games are hard. This is where, like, this is where it got fully unfair. This one, oh, god damn it. That was my own fault. I overcorrected on that. Oh, that's right. There's no checkpoints in this. I forgot about that. They took all the checkpoints out. Around one stage per scene, scenes run over multiple maps in this one, yeah. I do like those running, screaming guys. I've always thought they were a neat design. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. So yeah, it's this shit again, except these guys are even harder because they actually aim at you. Jesus, okay. That's the first time I've ever beaten those guys. Who are you? So you're my original. What? Come on, fight me. Fight me. Fight me. You want to kill Irene and made me a murderer. So, what are you gonna do about it? I'll get you! I don't just look like you. I've also acquired all of your strengths. We're dead the end. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of you just yet. Foster's order. You! I'll use the information in this fight the next time we meet. You know you're in for a good time plot-wise when they're talking about fight data. Later. Four question marks, chat. Ryu has never been this confused in his entire life. I don't think I've ever been to this stage. If I have, I don't remember it. Oh, I'm gonna fucking hate this. Oh, I'm gonna hate this. This is gonna suck ass. The man whose catchphrase is what? This feels like a Mega Man level to me. What is this horse shit? Well, I got one up. I'm just that good, chat. Yep, all of a sudden, Mega Man 1. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, well, anyway. Okay. Oh, God, the retracting spikes. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is fine. Oh, fuck. I wonder if these are instant death spikes. Close enough. Oh, fuck. That's a turret. That's a wall. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Oh no! I've always found it really funny how Ryu just curls up into a ball when he dies. No. Okay, yeah. Wow, okay. So yeah, they do Ryu's music from one of the other games where I've ever heard this lot. I think this is just kind of like a shit. I think this is just kind of a generic track. I don't think they've used this in the other games. I think it's just not terribly distinct. Ow! God damn. Fuck. Oh my god. I think this might be the biggest problem with Ninja Gaiden 3. Is like the things that kill you in this game are not like crazy enemy setups or birds out of nowhere. It's just annoying bullshit. It's like we decided to put retracting spikes in this level, and they're really hard to get away from and time against. So eat shit. I've seen a screenshot of the final level of this game where like it's a vertical climb like this, but every single surface is covered in retractable spikes. Also, oh my god, okay. At least that didn't kill me. Oops, retracting spikes lands goes over multiple maps. Shit! No, don't knock me in the spikes. I mean, it almost doesn't matter. I took like a fuckload of damage from that. I made it to the boss! Shit! Oh, fuck. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, what a piece of shit! Oh, alright, I'm done with this. God. Yeah, Ninja Guy done. Yeah, man, that is. Ugh. Angry. I am angry. Ninja Gaiden 3 makes me angry because I like Ninja Gaiden. Like, I like the series. Like, 1 is painful, but I still enjoy playing it. 2, like, I grew up with 2, so I know 2 really well and I really enjoy it. But 3, like, I feel like 3 should be a good game and isn't. And that makes me angry. That makes me very, very angry, so. So this seems like a great place to end for the night, chat, with me pissed off. And go to bed mad, and I can wake up mad, ready to face the day. So, we still, let me see here. We've got, all right, I did that, and then, all right, here's the deal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can finish this page on Saturday. I think we'll be done, and we might even be able to move on before the evening is over. We've got 5 more games to play, but I don't think any of them are gonna really like absorb the entire evening the way Dragon Quest II and Ninja Gaiden did. See my little thing on difference in Ninja and Shinobi? There is none. It's the same kanji's pronunciation difference between the original Chinese language lift and the Japanese native adaptation. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, mystery solved then. So yeah, tomorrow night, more retro games, but on the Sega Master System instead. We're gonna be doing another Master System Odyssey. It's gonna be random chaos. It's gonna be great. We'll be right back here on Saturday. Should be able to finish the page and actually move on and see what other wonders await us in the magazine. No stream on Sunday, back on The Witness on Monday. That is the plan, chat. That is what you have to look forward to. That is what I will look forward to. So for now, let's go find somebody to raid. Who's up? Who's about? Who's doing things? Well, I see Bassy, and they're playing Peglin. Let's go hang out with them. Let's support them in their Peglin. Peglin. That's kind of a dangerous name to say without proper consideration, isn't it? Thanks to the lurker too. My pleasure, Gruntfodder. Thanks to all the lurkers who came out. Thanks to all the chatters. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the folks who just ducked in for a minute to see what we were doing. You'll never hear that I thanked you, but I thank you nonetheless. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Hope you had a good time experiencing the trials and tribulations of the NES. The classic traumas that turned me and so many other kids into the people we are today. So Thanks again for coming out. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow night for this, but Sega version. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.